Okay guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Blue Point TV. Guys, let's talk about the Chelsea game against Bournemouth. We'll also talk about players that could be leaving the club. There are some couple of players that could leave Chelsea this January, like Renato Vega. It looks like the player could leave. And we'll also talk about Axel Disasi. It looks like he will also leave Chelsea this January. We'll talk about those two players. But first, I also want to talk about the Chelsea game, the game that they won in the FA Cup. Obviously, I did not react, to that game. Now, first, I feel like that was a very good win from the team, winning that game. Against a team that they should be winning. And for me, that was a very good win, scoring 5 goals against that kind of team. Because for me, in the recent games that Chelsea have dropped point, the 4 games that they haven't won, I feel like the main problem is the goals. We know that defensively they are not the best team. Chelsea always give opportunities to teams. But for me, in these 4 games, I feel like they are struggling to score goals. I feel like that's even the biggest problem for now. So scoring 5 goals against, scoring 5 goals in the FA Cup, for me, I think it will give the team some kind of belief or confidence going into this game against Bournemouth in terms of goals. Because for me, that is the big problem. For this team now, they are missing so many chances. The attacking players have been missing so many chances. The only attacking player in the team that still giving us goals is Cole, but the rest haven't been scoring goals. So it will be interesting to see how Enzo Maresca will set up this team against Bournemouth. Now let's talk about the game against Bournemouth. For me, this will be an important game, a really an important game against Bournemouth, because obviously the other games I've always said it's a must win. I said it against Fulham. I also said it against we just played against Crystal Palace. I said it's a must win. It's the same thing. This is a must win game. Obviously Chelsea will be playing at home, and for me, it's a must win game against Bournemouth. They have to win this game. But as it stands now, at this moment, Chelsea are in 4th position in the league. They're in 4th position in the league. So for me, they have to win this game. 4th position in the league, even finishing in the top 4 now is even shaky. So, and Newcastle are behind Chelsea with just 1 point. And Newcastle are for me, at this moment, they are one of the best informed team in the league, alongside Nottingham Forest. City themselves they've won their last 2 games, so they are behind Chelsea, I think, with 2 points. So this is a must-win game for Chelsea. They have to win this game. And for Bournemouth, like I said, Bournemouth are a very good team. They are a very, very good team. We knew how it went. I know we played against them at their ground. Obviously, Chelsea won that game 1-0, but it was a difficult game for Chelsea. Chelsea should have lost that game for me, especially in the first half. Bournemouth, for me, were the better team in the first half. I feel like they created better chances than Chelsea in that game. They had a penalty, which they missed the penalty. Sanchez saved the penalty. So that will tell you that this game now that Chelsea will be playing against Bournemouth at Stamford Bridge is really an important game. So Chelsea have to win this game. So it will be trying to see, how Enzo Maresca will set up this team. It will be trying to see how he will set up this team. Now, obviously, in the press conference, we had to ask the coach about, some players that, in terms of the transfer window, there are some players that could be leaving the club. I think they asked him about Renato Vega, and he said he has no idea if Vega has agreed a contract with Borussia Dortmund, because like the report saying Vega wants to leave the club. He already agreed on the personal terms with Borussia Dortmund. Now, talking about Vega, there's a report already that Vega wants to leave, that he has agreed on the personal terms with Borussia Dortmund. He wants to leave the club, and he wants to play, as a central defender. That's the position that he prefers to play. We know that at Chelsea, he plays as a left back. Sometimes the coach will use him as a midfielder. I'm not sure if he has played as a central defender before, but we know he's a player that can play so many positions. He can play as as a left back, he can play he can play in the midfield, he can also play as a central defender. He can play this position. But Chelsea haven't used him. I don't think they have used him, as a central defender before. They only use him sometimes as, as a left back. But he is not, a regular starter for Chelsea. Probably that's the reason why he wants to leave. So for me, yeah, will Chelsea let him go? Now, the report is saying even if they will let him go, they will want him to go permanently. They wouldn't want to, allow him to go on loan, because it looks like Borussia Dortmund want him on loan. But Chelsea are saying if he will leave, if they will let him go, that's to say he will go permanently. They will have to sell him. And the asking price already, because Chelsea already said they will sell him for around 30 million euros or 30 million pounds, thereabout. But then obviously they will have to negotiate. So for me, do I want him to go? Obviously, if Chelsea allow Renato Vega to go, I feel like they have to replace him, because he's the one player that can play as a left back. We know that sometimes if when Cucurella is not playing, sometimes the coach will use maybe Malo Gusto as a left back. Even if Cucurella is not available, sometimes the coach doesn't even use or start Renato Vega using him as a left back, even if Cucurella is not available. But if he leaves, I think Chelsea have to replace him. They have to get another left back for him if he leaves, because Cucurella is the only left back that Chelsea have. They only have left back. We know Ben Chilwell, who also wants to, the club wants Ben Chilwell to go. He's not even playing. So I will not even count Ben Chilwell as a left back, for Chelsea, because yes, he's still Chelsea player, but they are not using him. So there's no need to, say he will play. So for me, if Renato Vega leaves, I think they have to replace him. So, but the club is saying if he will leave, then to be for permanent, they will have to sell him permanently. But then, talking about this Aziz, there is talk already that this Aziz will leave the club. It's like the club is ready to allow this Aziz to go. They are ready to allow this Aziz to go. I don't know, maybe they want to let him go because of the young defender Achimpong that is part of this squad now. For me, I'm feeling like maybe that's the reason why they want to let him go, so that Achimpong will see space to play. Maybe the coach trusts Achimpong more than this Aziz, or the club trusts Achimpong more than this Aziz. Achimpong is a player that can play as a central defender, which he did against Crystal Palace. It was very good for me. I feel like he was the best player or the best Chelsea defender in that game. He can also play as a right back. So I'm feeling like maybe that's the reason why they want this Aziz to go. Or maybe if this Aziz go, then they will have to make another signing in terms of bringing in another defender. As you know, Chelsea are interested in bringing back Maki or Thiago Chalobah back into the club. So for me, maybe that's the reason why they want this Aziz to go. Now for this Aziz, I think he hasn't done enough to play more games or start games for Chelsea. So I feel like maybe they are feeling like he will not be part of the club in the long term. So possibly that's the reason why they want this Aziz to go. So it looks like this Aziz will leave Chelsea this January, because there's a report saying in this game against Bournemouth he will not be part of the team. They will not include him in the group to play in this game, because he will want to leave, or they want him to leave the club this January. So yeah, like I said, just to say how many players that will leave the club, because there are some couple of players. Aside from these two, there are still some couple of players that could leave Chelsea in January. So, but then back to the game against Bournemouth. This is an important game for Chelsea, because playing 4 games in the league and not winning anyone is really, really poor from the team, considering how they started the league. Because I feel like Chelsea were very, very good beginning of this first part of the season. Obviously, we are in the second part of the season now. So yeah, we have to win this game if we want to finish in the top 4. If we still have, the target of finishing in the top 4, Chelsea have to make sure they win this game. It's really, really an important game. playing against a very good team like Bournemouth. I think they are in around 6 or 7 in the league. That's to tell you how well or how good they are. It's a team that have, gotten a result against some of the big teams. They won against Arsenal. They won against Manchester United away. They won. I think they won. Is it Manchester City? I think they won against a couple of teams, even Tottenham. So this is a serious game for Chelsea. Serious game for Chelsea. So they have to win this game. So it's interesting to see how Enzo Maresca will set up this team, against Bournemouth. Now, players that are available for this game, we know that Chris James, the captain, played in the FA Cup. Obviously, played in the first half, and also Lavia played in the first half in the FA Cup. When the coach started them, for me, I'm not too sure if Enzo Maresca will want to start Chris James in this game because he just came back from injury. And I'm also not too sure if he will start Lavia in this game. He also just came back from injury. But the good thing is, these two players are back from injury, and hopefully they will be on. I think they will be on the bench, but we'll see if they will play, in this game against Bournemouth. But the good thing is, at least they are back. These players are players that could help the team. If maybe Malo Gusto is not in the game, because I think if Rich James doesn't start the game, I think Malo Gusto will start. So if Malo Gusto is not in the game, we expect Rich James to come in, to come on in the game and possibly change the game. We know how important he can be. He's a top player, and also Romeo Lavia as well. I don't think the coach will start Romeo Lavia in this game, but at the same time, it is good that he's fit and available, to play, because I feel like these 4 games that Chelsea have 12 points, players like Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, I feel like they have overworked themselves in terms of, it looks like they are the only 2 available midfielders that Chelsea have now. There's no other one. So I feel like they have really overworked themselves. So it's good that Lavia is back to help the team, to bring in some energy into the midfield. So for me, it's a good thing that these players are back. So yeah, players that I'm expecting possibly to start this game. Obviously, the coach made some changes, in the FA Cup game. There are some players that are regular starters for Chelsea that did not start this game. So hopefully, the regular starters for Chelsea, if they start this game, it will be fresh for them, because many of them did not play the game, in the FA Cup. But I expect the coach to go with Sanchez again, because we know he prefers to go with Sanchez. Sanchez is the first choice goalkeeper. Then, as the left back, I think Marco Cucurella will start the game. Obviously, he did not start the game in the FA Cup, so we expect Cucurella to start this game, against Bournemouth. Then in the defense, obviously, Liverpool will start from the left side of the central defense. I feel like the coach will want to start Acheampong again, because Acheampong did not play in the FA Cup. Obviously, the coach went with Tosin and Aziz in defense. So I feel like the coach will want to start Acheampong again as the defender, because he played well, against Crystal Palace. Possibly, Enzo Maresca will want to trust Acheampong to start him alongside Liverpool. And then the right back, I think the coach will go with Malo Gusto. Now I will be surprised if the coach will go with James, because he hasn't started with James since he came back here. He just hasn't played in any of the Premier League games since he came back from injury. So I was surprised if he started with James. But for me, yeah, maybe I would prefer James to even start this game as the right back, because I feel he will give more than Malo Gusto. But I think he will go with Malo Gusto. So let me just go with Malo Gusto. Then in the midfield, I think the coach will go with Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo as the double pivot in the midfield. Obviously, Romeo Lavia is back, but I don't think the coach will start Romeo Lavia in this game. Then obviously as the number 10, Kopama will start, because now these 3 players did not even play in the FA Cup game. They did not play, so they will be fresh in this game. And then the attack, obviously, it will be Nicholas Jackson as the number 9. Now for Jackson, his form has been really, really bad in the recent games. These 4 games that Chelsea have played, he he has been missing so many chances. Even the game against Crystal Palace, he missed some very, very good chances. So I just hope he will pick back his form because Chelsea need him to start scoring goals. Because it looks like most of the good chances that are falling to the Chelsea attacking players are falling to him and he's missing those chances. So yeah, I think the coach will start to go with Nicholas Jackson in this one as the number 9. Then from the right side of the attack, which is the right side of the winger, I think it will be Neto. I think Neto will start this game for me. I think Neto will start this game from the right side. Obviously, the coach talked about Noni Madueke. Obviously, Madueke wasn't fit in the game again. The FA Cup game. So Madueke wasn't. I think he wasn't even on the bench. But the coach, Mariska, said in his press conference that Madueke is fit. He'll be available for this game. But I don't think he will start the game. I think the coach will go with Neto in this game. And then the left side, I think Sancho will start from the left side in the attack. So, but it will be trying to see how Chelsea will perform in this game because they have to win this one. It's another must-win game. I've been saying this. From the game against Fulham, the game against Ipswich Town, the game against Crystal Palace, must-win game. This is another must-win game that they have to win. Because if Chelsea do not win this game, I think they will drop. Because, I don't know the team that Newcastle are playing against, but the form that they are now, they could win any team. Newcastle, the form that they are now, they could win any team that they are playing against. So for the important game for Chelsea, they have to win this game. They really, really have to win this one. So your thought, your opinion on the game against Bournemouth, and what's your thought, about Renato Vega possibly leaving Chelsea to Borussia Dortmund and since he's leaving Chelsea? You think Chelsea have to let this player go, knowing that they are still fighting to finish the top 4? Because for me, I feel like the top 4 is not sure yet for Chelsea. So do you think they need these players to leave? And also, what's your thought, your opinion on this game against Bournemouth? You let me know. And also, guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel Bluepoint TV. And also like the video as well. It's really, really important. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Like the video. You're also on Facebook. You can follow the channel Bluepoint TV. Share the video as well. Thank you, guys. Stay safe. And I see you again.